YouTube. Okay, what do you think? What do you think of the Inca Trail so far?
Amazing so far.
Amazing.
Yeah, where are you guys from?
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
Okay.
The tough part is gonna come.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Do the same video tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see how it is.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go.
The classic Inca Trail is a 25-mile or 40-kilometer long journey through ancient pathways built by the Inca Empire or earlier. The classic trail is 4 days of hiking and 3 nights of camping, arriving in Machu Picchu on the dawn of the final day to see the sunrise from the sun gate over the mountains. The classic version is just one of many trails that run through the empire, winding through some of the highest points in the Andes Mountains down to lower elevations, reaching the edge of the Amazon rainforest. What you're looking at is day 1 of the hike, and here is the first set of ruins that we came upon. This site is called Patalaca, inaccessible from the actual trail, but amazing to admire from above. Once you follow the trail from the viewpoint, you reach Huilca Raccay, which is on the actual trail and a site that you can go in to explore. This was used as a checkpoint along the trail during Inca times. These are just 2 of the ruins on this trail, and there are so many of them, but their names might sound strange to you. Peru is a primarily Spanish-speaking country, but one of its original and ancient languages still survives, Quechua. This is the language where these names come from. When you go to Cusco and the Sacred Valley of the Incas, you'll hear this language everywhere. On every day, you come to a checkpoint to rest and have something to eat. It's provided for you, but varies depending on which tour company you choose. Waiting for you are porters who carry most of your things. If you ask me, these guys are the stars of the trek.
Unbelievable. I mean, when you are at the highest points, landscapes are unbelievable.
We kept going, passing through different communities, seeing different people and culture as well. It would be our last day in this type of community until the end of day 4. After walking up to a much higher elevation, we got to our first campsite to spend the night. The feeling around the camp was generally the same. We were all anxiously awaiting a difficult day 2. Hey guys, this is day 1 of the Inca Trail. We just got to our campsite after, I don't know how many hours of hiking, from maybe 8 in the morning to 5:30 p.m. It's about 5:30 right now. Pretty tired, pretty amazing. Every night, we met under a tent in the campsite to eat dinner. We told stories, talked about the day, and got our briefing for the next morning. The food was absolutely amazing.
You know, 10 past 5,
Waking up for day 2, we received a hot cup of coca tea. We would need it for the energy. Day 2 is notoriously difficult, and you're about to see why.
I am from Denver, Colorado, and I just wanted to challenge myself and see some amazing history along the hike.
Yeah, how is it so far?
You know, it's been a challenge, but we're at Dead Woman's Pass, the highest point on our journey here, so I'm feeling accomplished.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
From Denver, Colorado. Yeah, just decided to, kind of on a whim, we planned it about just 2 months ago, and wanted to travel outside of the country and take a look at Peru and what it all has to offer. It's been great though. It's been challenging, but we've made it to the highest peak right now, or highest point, so we're on the downslope now.
You liking the Inca Trail?
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Tough?
Tough. Some, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. What's your favorite thing about Peru? You too, Bob. What's your favorite thing about Peru?
All the ruins. They're great.
Ruins,
So cool.
yeah. Food's pretty good too.
Food's great, yeah. All right, guys. One of the most amazing things about the Inca Trail is how the scenery and atmosphere changes so drastically. Just the day before, we were in the mountains. To start day 2, we were in the jungle. As you watch this video, keep watching for this pattern. So we all woke up this morning around 4:30, and we drank some coca tea to give us some energy. And this is day 2, and I'm pretty tired already, but still going. It's hard to record, so sorry for any shaky video. It's really cold too. My face is actually freezing out because I'm not moving right now. Last night I slept with a hat and gloves. Steps, steps, and more steps. If you're wondering why people say the Inca Trail is difficult, the answer is almost always steps. Eventually, after walking through the jungles of the lowlands, we came to a rest area just halfway up the mountain. It was amazing to see how the atmosphere changed from dense jungle to a drier climate. Look at the llamas! Sí. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego. Hey. Look at these faces. I love these faces. One of the most popular things to do on the trail is to chew some coca leaves. The guides do it, the porters do it, and the tourists should do it. Here I am with a rolled up bunch of leaves in my mouth, chewing away. The liquid from the leaves mixes with your saliva, you swallow that, and get the energy that way. It definitely helps on day 2. Another thing to notice on the trail is the change in climate. Here I am, almost to the top of the mountain, and the sun is shining, unlike before. it became really hot due to the altitude and exposure. Finally, Dead Woman's Pass, the highest point on the hike. Little did I know, we weren't even halfway through day 2. Of course, getting to the highest point on the hike means that there's nowhere to go but down.
Hey, por allá. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Fortunately, at the bottom of that mountain, there was a big meal waiting for us and a well-deserved nap. But then, before we knew it, we were off again, ready for the next pathway up the next mountain. At this point, it was hard to even remember that our end goal was one of the 7 wonders of the world, one of the most amazing places a person can visit on the earth. Our only thoughts seemed to be about the hellish number of steps we encountered. Again. It's day 2, by far the hardest day. We started the morning just going up really high and then having to walk down a lot. And now we're climbing a lot of stairs. But we found this pretty cool building and it's Inca, of course. So as much as we can complain about how difficult this is, it's incredible. The ruin that we just passed is called Runkurakay, designed by the Incas to be a resting place along the trail, but also an observatory to see the constellations at night. Finally, we were up our last mountain of the trek, and just about everything from this point was downhill. We were getting closer to Machu Picchu, and it started to feel like it. We didn't realize while walking, but many Inca ruins were ahead, almost waiting for us to explore them, including one final ruin on exhausting day 2. Sayacmarca. The stairs to get to this place were so steep, so it makes sense that this place was designed as a fortress. The name literally means place you can't enter.
Hola.
At last, we reached the final campsite for day 2. Day 2 is intentionally designed to be difficult so you can rest more on the easier day 3 in preparation for Machu Picchu in the early morning of day 4. I was so exhausted, I didn't even record the delicious dinner that we had. The sleep that night was very well deserved.
Hey guys, so what's your name, where are you from, and why are you in Peru, and how do you like the Inca Trail?
Hey, yeah, I'm Wes, I'm from Arizona, and it's just beautiful being out here.
Yeah, cool.
I'm Lauren, I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we all just decided as a group to come out to Peru and actually survive the Inca Trail, and it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? It's awesome. How do you like it so far? Is it hard?
Yesterday was hard.
Tough day.
Yeah.
I felt very accomplished. Today seems
it is
like
nice and easy.
Yeah, a lot easier. Yeah, cool. All right, thanks guys.
Just had breakfast, just woke up, starting day 3, and now we're getting closer to Machu Picchu. Day 3 still ended up being a little challenging, but much more relaxing than day 2. It gave me a chance to remember why I was there and appreciate my travel lifestyle. The previous year killed the travel industry and destroyed a lot of hopes around the world, so to me, the Inca Trail represents a sort of rebirth. It was one of the best experiences possible after one of the worst global disasters in recent memory. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any exciting travel stories from 2021 that you'd like to share. We started the day walking on a pathway to our first ruin, Llactapata, or in Quechua, the Cloudy Place. This ruin was very impressive, the size of an ancient town, complete with running water from rainfall. We were now on the edge of the Amazon rainforest, ready to discover more hidden gems along this magical path.
Hey guys, so this is day 3 of the Inca Trail. Much easier than day 2, a lot of steps, no problem. 3,000 from the top to the bottom. We're not going to Machu Picchu today. We're gonna wake up 3 o'clock tomorrow morning and go to the Sun Gate so we get there on time. Right now I'm heading to the last campsite and we're just gonna enjoy the rest of the afternoon before such a great day tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
It took 2 hours to get all the way down from the last ruin, and again, the climate changed. As I was walking, fighting the mosquitoes and the heat, I noticed a mysterious structure of terraces in the distance, built into the mountain. Llactapata, or Place of the Sun in Quechua, was only uncovered in 1992. That makes you really think of just how many places are yet to be discovered in this incredible landscape. The huge terraces, like many others, were used for agriculture. The Incas grew things at different elevation levels to diversify. The views from this site were incredible.
One more time. Hey. Okay, cool. Guys, we just passed through Llactapata, the archaeological site, and now we're finally going to the camp. Day 3. Remember, Machu Picchu is right over there. So, almost there.
After just a little more walking, we came to our last camp, the final one before Machu Picchu. We were ready to rest and take it easy before the big day.
Hey, gracias.
But there was one more thing we still had to do, and it was just a short walk away. The ruins just kept getting better, like a build-up to the main event. This is Wiñay Huayna, or in Quechua, Forever Young. This place felt so far from civilization, but after exploring, we learned that it was complete with not only giant terraces, but stone structures too. Unfortunately, a lot of Inca history is just speculation. We don't know what a lot of these places were used for, but one has to marvel and appreciate what still stands from this beautiful and unique empire. Needless to say, this was a hell of a way to spend our last night before waking up at 3 a.m. the next morning to run to the sun gate to see the sunrise over Machu Picchu.
So, this is my guide for the Inca Trail. Tell me about yourself.
Hola, my name is Russell. Many people knows me as a Russell Crowe. That'll be, the destination is Machu Picchu, and all over Peru has been amazing. It must be one of the good destinations to enjoy in, because there is good hospitality, good food,
Great food.
there is amazing culture that you can share with us in Peru. So
Yeah. I agree.
nice.
I agree. Russell, thank you.
It's been amazing, brother.
It's been
you,
amazing. Thank you
very
so
much.
much for a great tour. You're fantastic. One more time. Cheers. What?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
That looks pretty good.
In the morning, after waking up at 3 a.m., we were the first group to the gate to Machu Picchu. After about 2 hours of waiting, they finally opened it, and we were off into the dark to find the magical city. The first landmark on this day we would come across would be Inti Punku, or the Sun Gate. As soon as we could find that, we would be able to see Machu Picchu.
Almost there. We're almost there. It looks like that's it. The Sun Gate up there. Couldn't be more excited. That's definitely something up there. Definitely something.
The first look at Machu Picchu was amazing as the sun rose over the mountains from the Sun Gate. We stayed there watching the sunrise for quite some time before the rest of our group caught up. The Inca Trail isn't just any hike. The journey feels magical, spiritual, and is filled with history lessons about an ancient and mysterious empire that's no longer with us. But here in Machu Picchu and all of Peru, we can see that their amazing legacy lives on. Today, we're so lucky to have Machu Picchu. The Spanish never found it during their conquest, so the city is nearly completely intact. It may surprise you that the city is only around 600 years old. When the explorer Hiram Bingham found it in 1911, there were even people living there. The locals knew about it, despite being known as the Lost City. It's thought to have been a sacred religious site for Inca rulers. Machu Picchu in Quechua means Old Peak or Old Mountain. There are over 150 buildings and over 100 flights of stairs in Machu Picchu, as well as over 600 terraces. The reason the terraces were built was to prevent things from falling down the mountain. ancient city in the clouds, built on top of a mountain on the edge of the Amazon rainforest. There's a reason why Machu Picchu is one of the 7 wonders of the world.
I'm doing the job in Alpaca Expeditions as a super guide. So welcome to Peru. Come over, join us to do the hike with the Green Machine. So we are here.
Green Machine.
So waiting for you guys with a lot of energy just to enjoy Machu Picchu.